Do most men want to be women? And hate disclaimers um, because if you are that sensitive and lack nuance of thought that you need a disclaimer, you're probably one of the people that I'm talking about. But do most men want to be women? Are they jealous of women? Is that why they have yet to cease hunting women? Back in the day, in medieval times, it was called witch hunting, but they didn't just hunt witches, they hunted all women. They hunted them by killing their minds and spirits through miseducation or no education, or trapping them and keeping them in boxes that they created for the women. Sometimes those boxes were beautiful castles, sometimes they were caves and shells and huts and ramshackle tenements. But whether the chains were visible or invisible, whether they outright unalive them or just suck them of all their energy, it is the good, honorable, noble men that actually let women free, set them free, let them be. We're proud to see their boundlessness and limitlessness, their joy. It was a relative few, but it seems as though to me that men seem to love hunting women. They have an endless bloodlust to contain them some way, somehow, to shrink them. They love to break wild horses, so to speak. And is it because women are creators? Is it because there is something genetically wrong with men? Is it the societies that we've built up around the wrongness of praising men instead of the feminine? And we all have the capacity for balance within all of us to create and destroy. But it seems that the destruction is what is the majority nowadays. And I have been questioning myself about this since I was at least a young teenage girl. And I mean, before uh, 15 at least. And I remember asking myself, where did evil come from and why did it exist? Where did it begin? Why are others jealous of others? I've been envious of people who seem to have a life of ease, but I wanted to learn how to emulate it. I didn't want to take it. I wanted to find out what the secret was to their joy and happiness and flow in life. I never wanted to damn anyone or to take anything away from them. So I never really understood the need for others to try to put a bushel over the light of others. But in this world, as far as taking the light from others and wanting them to scrunch themselves down into smaller bits, to more palatable bits, it seemed to be mostly men that were doing this. And they do it to each other too, but the fact that women don't come with an ability to physically fight off men, it seems cruel to me that they would want to all band together and come to some sort of consensus that somehow women were the real evildoers of this world. This is a work in progress. This is me thinking out loud. So if you're looking for some sort of conclusion or some semblance of logical, linear thinking to have a right or wrong answer, this is not it. This is just me talking out loud. And if anyone has anything to add or to give my thoughts more clarity, that would not be something that I would shun or turn away. I am truly just wondering, what is it about the people that make you want to harm them instead of treasuring them? Everyone you see has come through a woman, and I know that my thoughts here, what I'm saying right now, are not new, or I'm not the first to say them out loud, but where does this hatred of women stem from? And what have we done that is so offensive that we have to depend on the beings that we birth to protect us from the beings that we birth? And what makes the beings that protect us truly without any aim or regard for transactional reciprocation of some kind, mostly physical, come from? Do they come from another planet that sees women as valuable? Do the men that hate the women, do they come from a different place, or were they raised in such a way, in so many numbers, that causes them to disregard or dislike women? And because I see mostly when someone wants to hurt you or harm you, whether that be physically, mentally, spiritually, in any kind of way, there's actually underlying fear. But fear of what? I have my own theories, but I wish I had someone to talk this out with, because I think that there's something to this conversation. And I may not have the tools. Obviously, I don't have the tools. Maybe I need to learn more psychology. But I've met relatively few men who want to honor and protect women without some sort of material gain or some sort of strings being attached to their kindness. On very few occasions, I would say maybe one or two. And yet, women continue to have to trust in the spattering of men hoping to discern the real from the fake with their very lives, with their very fear of their spirits being broken somehow, or having to continuously fight. Being prey, you never get to truly relax. There's always some sort of balancing act of pretending, and the men get angry and feel manipulated because we can't tell who is who. You know, sort of like that Muhammad Ali quote about killing all the snakes because there might be 2 or 3 good snakes in there, but you don't know which snake is the good from the bad because they all look the same. But we're blamed for not leaving the good ones alive or ignoring them all in particular. So, I don't know. I'm just trying to get these thoughts out of my mind. But I guess I will think on this some more, or maybe someone will lead me in the right direction in the comments. And I hope everyone has a good day. That's it. Bye bye.